back on the things I've done. I was trying to be someone. I played my part and kept you in the dark. Now let me show you the shape of my heart.
Okay, so I'm gonna quickly talk to you guys a bit. I've been trying to dig in deep, all couple hours since I woken up. I was looking at 2000 stuff, like Backstreet Boys around 2000. I ended up finding another a cappella performance in this hour-long video. Here it is. Let's listen to it.
Looking back on the things I've done, I was trying to be someone. I played my part and kept you in the dark. Now let me show you the shape of my heart.
I wish the fans would shut up. Like they're singing a cappella. Shh, shh, shh. Savor the blend. Okay, so let's talk about things. I don't know if I talked about it in the last video, but doing some more digging, I think I'm a little more clear on this. I think the song is a little bit less complicated than I had thought prior. I listened to an a cappella piece. I found it intriguing. When I first heard it, I'm pretty sure I first heard it, I was like, that don't make sense to me. You can hear what I like to call a high-low at the end. So I think I might have heard that type of vocal at one point. So I'm like, oh, there's a high-low, so just throw it in the whole way through. That doesn't sound like the case listening to these a cappella performances. Even this other one I found, let's listen to it.
And kept you in the dark. Now let me show you the shape of my heart.
Okay, so it sounds like someone's going, now let me show you the shape of my heart. Which is weird. Even in the other a cappella, it's even more clear.
Now let me show you the shape of my heart.
Show you the...
Let me show you the shape.
That's really weird to me. That's a weird vocal. Would it be easy to pick that out? It's following along other people, but he kind of sways because he's kind of falling down. He's whatever. He's singing downwards. That's really weird to me. But it sounds like that for both of them. I have a theory. Okay. Before we go any further, people have stated, hey, it sounds kind of less fat. Every time I hear it, it sounds to me just like a 3-part harmony in the beginning. Well, then you have Brian who's slid in between. Like, looking back on the things. First of all, something wrong with all those performances. And Brian does this with Drowning too sometimes. He doesn't stay straight. Both those songs are almost identical with the structure-ish. Yeah. Like, so, oftentimes when he does it live, he goes, 'cause every time I breathe, I take you in. I used to sing it like that because he did that live. Listen to the track, which is actually crucial because he creates a harmony. 'Cause every time I breathe, I take... Not, 'cause every time I breathe, I take you in. 'Cause every time I breathe, I take... Because he goes, to take, to take, to take, to take. It's important that it goes, to take. So here, looking back on the things... That was one of the things that I had to correct the last time that I had to correct myself again. So, looking back on the... I used to go, looking back on the things I've done. It's back on the things... Because I was going, back on the things. If Brian doesn't go, back on the things, there's no harmony created. There's no 3-part created. And the 3 parts, what you're always looking for. So, but it always sounds to me mostly a 3-part at the beginning. even these acapellas.
Looking back on the things I've done, I was trying to be someone. I played my part and kept you in the dark. Now let me show you the shape of my heart. Looking back on the things I've done.
Notice it's just back on the things and back on the things. Only 2 harmonies. You don't hear anything else.
I was trying to be someone.
There. Just I was and I was. Only 2 harmonies.
I played my part and kept you in the dark.
So there too. I played my part and kept you in the dark. I played my part and kept you in the dark. Except Brian goes and kept you in the dark.
Now let me show you the shape of my heart.
Let me guess. You're saying, so who's doing what? That's always the hardest question. There's been many times where I got confused on who's doing what. Especially back in the day, I find that Backstreet Boys sound a lot more like each other when they were younger. Okay. This might be crazy, and you probably think it's crazy, but I ask you to listen out. Okay? It sounds like Kevin is doing a melody vocal. Like he's doing that level. Listen to this acapella piece. You can really hear... See, when you listen to Backstreet Boys so long, you can kind of pick up on how the voices sound. And I'm sure many of you out there, a great deal of you are Backstreet Boys fans. And many of you have probably picked up, you know, when they sing, it's like, that kind of sounds like him. Let's listen.
Looking back on the things I've 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 looking back on the things I've.
Kevin has kind of more of like a nasalier voice. Like back on the things.
Looking back on the things I've.
Weird stuff, eh? Like, come on, listen to that. You can hear Kevin. What's funny was when I was a kid, when I would sing Backstreet Boys, I would try to sound like each member. Like, I'd try to mimic how they would sound. Like, AJ's kind of has a huskier voice. Am I your fire, your one? But at the same time, he would have a smoothish voice, which is kind of gone now. He can sort of smooth his voice, but maybe years of smoking. If you're a singer, smoking is definitely not a good idea. Howie sort of has a nasalier voice too, but not the same nasally as Kevin. Like, desire, it's hard to do. Nick was a kid, and especially back in the day, he had like a whinier voice. Like, I know what he does to make you cry. Anyway, I'm wasting time. So, let's talk about what my theory was. Actually, oh god. One of the reasons why I really like I Want It That Way is that Nick, he instead of relying on that type of more, like, it sounds bad to say whiny, but you know what I mean. Like, instead of using more of that type of vocal, he went and put on more of a strong vocal, which worked really well with the song. Like, he didn't go soft, like, but we are 2 worlds apart, can't reach to your heart. When you say, like, it didn't hold back, you say that I want it that way. And I also heard him in interviews saying, like, oh, I like my new voice. I guess he turned 18 and, like, his voice was a little more mature. Anyway, again, wasting time. This video's too long now. And singing like that, it's trickier to sing on perfect key with my experience. Okay, not only that, even in more recent performances of Shape of My Heart, I noticed just the 3 part in the beginning. And again, it sounds like Kevin's doing a higher end melody type vocal. And what's a good indicator is he's struggling. Struggling mean it's a higher pitch. Usually he sings lower end stuff. Not struggling like he just can't do it, but like it's more work to sing that pitch. Well, let's listen.
You
again, that's from like 2015, 2016 or something around there. And again, we're getting the double O at the end. Now at the my heart, or the my heart, shape of my heart. I can't tell who's doing the my heart at the end. It's weird. It clarifies things, maybe, but it's also confusing. So trying to figure out who's doing it. Check out this performance. AJ's mic goes down, and you hear somebody doing it, so I'm assuming it's Kevin.
Thank you so much.
I wish my videos would be like 5 minutes, but it always ends up being longer. But I guess it's more interesting if it's longer, huh? Anyway, so my theory is that that's not entirely correct. Then now let me show you the shape of my heart. But I've yet to get to the major conclusion, and when I do, that's when I put the tutorial title. So this is what I'm thinking, okay? Or what I'm theorizing and hearing. So now let me show you the shape of my heart. One of the reasons why I thought there was a high-low the whole way through, because at the you, there's a strong low presence there. Like you, show you, show, or you, show. I don't know about the show part, but the you. So I'm thinking instead of showing you it's showing you, putting it up a slot, or putting it down a slot, if you understand what I'm saying. So now let me show you, instead of showing you, how it sounds like in the acapellas, it's actually a little lower. Showing you. Let's listen to that part, edited tracks, and the actual track, because I've always found that there's a strong lowness there. There is a bass instrument that is following that, but it kind of sounds like there's a vocal there. Let's listen. So now we have that perfect 4 at the end. Shape of my heart, shape of my heart, shape of my heart, this is my heart. So I'm kind of thinking maybe it's going, and now let me show you the shape of my heart. Like that. Some performances I hear somebody doing that too. Like the my heart.
Now let me show you the shape of my heart.
Yeah, so that's what I did there. This is what I have for now. Thanks for listening. Peace and love. Nice to meet you. God bless. Wait, before I leave, maybe I'll talk about this real quick. I used to go say AJ because you hear AJ really really strong at the my heart. I mean shape of my heart. I went that he just went my heart. Okay, I'm smarter with things now. Okay, so generally, people they do multi-tracks, so they'll have like multiple people doing harmonies sometimes. Listen to this. Some guy gave me that instrumental with like backing tracks with the harmonies. There's no lead, so the harmonies kind of come out more, and you can clearly hear the my heart. It's kind of how they always do it live, and you hear AJ singing along with it, my heart. So yeah, anyway, peace and love, God bless.